and attend the meeting. Hello, my name is James Travieso. I'll be your teacher for Intro to College Math. This is an online course, but it's kind of a hybrid online course in the sense that the course is designed to be done in a classroom, but we're doing it all online. So I noticed for the most part, a lot of you have already entered the My Math Lab program. That's really the main program we're going to use. We're really not going to deal with Canvas. So don't, at this point on, don't really go through Canvas. If you see a grade on Canvas, that's probably not going to be a reflection of your current grade. You'll want to just go, everything through My Math Lab. Don't really mess with Canvas. I think I had tried to put some assignments on there, but I couldn't get Canvas to sync with the My Math Lab. So I just deleted all those assignments. So really there's nothing as far as this class that's going to go through Canvas. Everything is going to go through the My Math Lab. I've been emailing you guys through your CF email accounts. Kind of going forward, I'm going to use whatever email you entered on the My Math Lab. That's why I kind of said make sure when you sign up for that My Math Lab that you pick an email that you check quite often, because that's again what I'm going to start going forward. I'm not going to go through the Patriot email because I notice some people don't really use that email all that much. Get some more people trying to come in. So the first thing you want to do obviously is I'm going to kind of pull up the My Math Lab program. It may look a little different for you guys, but once you get into that program, these are some of the things that I want to make sure that you guys are aware of. And again, your tab over here may look different. Right now, when you click on assignments, it should have all the assignments for that are due for chapter 1. It's actually chapter 1 and 2. So as you complete them, you'll have a score over here, and then you can review the score. Like I said, you'll see a C score. So that's kind of, so right now I only have the assignments that are posted for that first exam. So that's kind of the main question that I get a lot is, can we work ahead? You can work ahead up until that first exam point. And then once that exam date comes, then you'll get a whole bunch of new assignments for the second exam. And then I'll continue. Right now I've posted videos for the first 2 sections. And I'll kind of show you kind of what pace you should be trying to maintain. What you'll want to do, I think I emailed out the syllabus, but if not, again, if you look on this tab off to the side on your My Math Lab, you'll want to go to Course Tools. And then from Course Tools, you're going to see Document Sharing. So you go to Course Tools and then Document Sharing. And what's going to be on there is all the PowerPoints. So normally when I would start a class, if we were meeting at CF, I would go through the PowerPoint for the lesson of the day. So I just posted those. Mine has all the PowerPoints for the whole class. Yours right now will only list the PowerPoints that for the first test. So if you're going to be working on section 1.3 and 1.4, that. So that's where I would tell you to start. Open up the PowerPoint that goes to each lesson and then kind of go through that. And then you may want to then try the work at that point and see if you can answer the questions. And then if you get stuck, you may want to go to the videos that I posted. I posted them on YouTube. And I sent that link out again to your Patriots email, and I'll send it out again through whichever email you have synced to your My Math Lab. Also on the document sharing, you're going to find our class syllabus. And that's what I'm going to kind of open up right here. All right. What you're going to notice on the class syllabus, a lot of this, the way as far as it's worded, is going to be worded not necessarily for the online format. I will still maintain the office hours from 6 to 6:30 p.m. and it's basically going to be through the Zoom meeting. So it'll be this same link, and I'll probably send it out to you guys. And then if you just need some help, you just will come onto the Zoom meeting and we can do some example problems or whatever help you guys need. So I'll do that Monday, Wednesday, from 6 to 6:30 each time. But the most important part on this stuff right here is the course outline. And again, this would be, so if we were meeting, these would be the sections that we would cover each night. And as I complete the videos, now we went to that online learning in the spring. So I do have videos for kind of towards the end of the year that I've already completed, but I haven't finished all my videos for the early lessons. But so if you're able to do these and you want to work ahead, by all means, go ahead, work ahead. But as far as what I'm going to cover, it's really going to follow this format. So that's why I have these two videos posted. Everybody kind of wants to know when are those assignments due. If we were actually meeting in class, this 1.3 and 1.4 would be due Monday. All right. But what I did is for all of these sections that make up that first exam, they're all actually due June 8th. So it's the day after the exam would be done. What's going to be required of you guys is to do all these sections that make up the first test, as well as this review. This is actually a practice test that you have to take. And you'll also notice on the document sharing that I scanned a document that kind of gives example problems of that practice test, and you can use that if if that's going to help you. Once you finish everything required for the first test, you will email me and tell me that you've completed the work, and I'll basically check that you have completed it, and then I'll send you the password for the test, because each of these tests do have a password on them. What I'm still not completely sure of is how we're going to take these tests. We may be using Honor Lock. We may not. So I haven't really decided on that yet. But again, you have to, before these tests will unlock or before I'll give you the password, you have to have everything done. Okay. And again, everything for each test has to be done by the test date. And I actually gave you a little leeway. So the test date is technically June 3rd. But even if as long as you take it before June 8th, you'll be okay. And you'll see those due dates when you're on the MyMath Lab. You'll actually see those due dates listed. So I know you'll kind of figure it out once you get in there. You'll see like all these assignments right now that are showing on your MyMath Lab. It'll say due June 8th. And like I said, these are the only ones that are going to be showing right now. Once we hit June 3rd, when that test would be kind of open normally, all the next section will be posted. Okay, and as we get maybe a little further into the course, I may unlock more sections for you guys, just as long as I really want to make sure that you guys have kind of a corresponding video to view if you do get stuck on that material. As far as the breakdown, as far as grading, those homework assignments, so all those assignments that were posted are going to be 40% of your grade, and the actual test will be 60% of your grade. One thing I will tell you guys, all of these assignments Okay, 1, 3, 1, 4, all of these besides the test, you should all have 100% on them, because the program will allow you to answer the question until you get it right. So basically, all you got to do is it'll say, give me another question or similar question, because it eventually, first it'll say you only have 3 chances, and then once you finish those 3 chances, you can have more chances just by clicking, give me a similar question. Okay, so strongly recommend that you have all 100% on all your assignments. And I'll kind of give you a quick example of that. So if you were answering this and you got it wrong, whatever the 3 amount of times, all you would do is click right here where it says similar question, and it'll just give you another question like that. And then you just, like I said, you want to keep answering it till you get all those answers correct. All right, let's just continue with the syllabus. That's kind of the main things, like I said. This would be, I'd strongly recommend if you wanted to maintain this schedule, you can. The summer is a little bit different because there's not as many classes as there normally are in the fall. But basically, you will have 2 sections every night, as far as meeting the Monday, Wednesday. So you could count on basically you'll have to complete 4 sections per week to stay kind of at this pace here. So like I said, as I complete the videos, and the videos will be posted, some of you have already kind of got into the program. I think somebody already did like 5 sections, and that's fine. Like I said, you can work ahead. But I really don't want questions on things that I had not covered yet. So if that makes any sense. So if I have a video posted on it and you're not understanding that, then definitely let me know so we could figure out why you're not, what you're not getting as far as that goes. But I don't want you to work so far ahead that I can't even, that I haven't covered the material, if that makes any sense to you guys. I'm gonna go ahead now and open it up. You guys probably have questions for me. Let me stop the sharing. If you would just enter the question in the chat, and then I'll kind of unmute you guys. Or we can just go ahead if there's. The videos are videos I made, so it's me speaking. That is, I know the next question was about the exams. That I haven't really decided yet. It maybe you guys just take it on your own. There's a program that they're pushing out for us as far, it's called Honor Lock, where they basically film you taking the exam, and then they determine, like they send me a report afterwards. So if they feel like you were doing something that you shouldn't have been doing while you were taking the exam, or it actually can tell if you went to like another website, it sends me that report. While we were, in class, I didn't mind if the kids used their notes to take the test. So I don't know necessarily if I need an Honor Lock program. So I'm not sure. I'll let you guys know as we get closer to the testing time. Will Zoom meetings be every week be mandatory? They will not be. So basically, this may be the only time that I see you guys. It'll be available Monday and Wednesday from 6 to 6:30, basically, if you need it. So I'll send, this is basically the same, it's going to be the same link every time for the Zoom meeting. So if you need it, if there's some questions you have on any of your assignments, then obviously it's basically the way I'm doing the office hours will be through the Zoom meeting. But you do not, those are not mandatory. You don't have to participate. So you said the assignments are due beginning of June, or is it this coming Monday? Okay, so for the first chapter, they're going to be due June 8th. So so obviously I wouldn't wait till June 8th or in June to start doing your assignments. Basically what I was showing you with the syllabus is kind of the pace that I would like you to maintain. And like I said, it's basically 4 assignments a week. Let's see. Are you allowed to use a calculator that was required for the class on the test? Yes, you can use a calculator for the test. And you can get like a scientific one. This is kind of the one I use, a TI. You wouldn't need anything beyond like a TI 30X. You really don't need that. We do kind of deal with integers, so positive and negative numbers. So if you have a calculator that allows you to enter negative numbers, that would be and make your life a lot easier. I thought it showed me somebody had raised their hand, which I think that means you want me to mute you, but I'm not sure who that was. Any other questions? I feel like I'm missing some stuff. But like I said, I will, from this point forward, actually today I'll send the recording of this video out because there were some people that I think they said they didn't have access to Zoom or they just couldn't get on tonight. And then I will start just using whatever email. I'll just do everything through MyMathLab. So like I said, whatever email you have linked through MyMathLab is what you're going to get. So you can send us emails. So you can send us emails under the email tab in Course Tools. Correct. That's how I'm gonna send emails. I'm not going through the Patriots email. I don't think a lot of people use that. So, or some people do, but if you signed up for MyMathLab with the Patriots email, that's fine. But I just wanted to make sure you were using a email that you will check often. So like I said, that's how, basically from this point, I'll just be sending out, when I have these videos, I'll try to get, caught up on these videos, but at the very least, the videos will correspond to the syllabus. So like Monday, I think we're covering Monday would be 1.5 and 1.6. So at the very least, you'll have those, I'll post the videos for 1.5 and 1.6. And basically the videos are me of doing, I try to do at least one example problem of what you'll see in the lesson. So it's basically, in the class, what I would do is I would go over the PowerPoint, and then I would do some example problems, some of the, the example problems that you would see. So that's what we were doing if we would meet. So what I did is, again, the PowerPoints are going to be available for you guys if you want to look at the PowerPoints. I would, like I said, I would always start with the PowerPoint and then do the video. I wouldn't necessarily start with the video because the PowerPoint is more kind of lecture driven as far as explaining things a little more. I'm kind of, when I'm doing my videos, I'm almost assuming that you've kind of covered the PowerPoint. If we need help trying to figure out how to do a question, are you available to help? Right, so during those office hours, Mondays and Wednesdays, from 6 to 6:30, I will be on my Zoom. If you come on here and you have a problem, you have a question you want me to cover with you, that's where we would do that. So we really don't need to go to the, yes. See, I don't know what, I don't, like when you signed up for the course, I don't know where it's telling you that you needed a textbook, but we really don't need a textbook. If you have one, I mean, I know some people have had them before. They like to kind of have that textbook to kind of go through the material. It's not something that's required. It's always been optional with my class, but you do not need a textbook for this class. But again, you do need a MyMathLab account. And I think the bookstore said they were back ordered. So I wouldn't order them through the bookstore. I would just, because when you get onto your MyMathLab, it gives you the option to buy it directly through them. And I believe it's cheaper than the price of the bookstore. It's cheaper to just buy it directly through them. It pops up as a question. Help when doing prep. Right. So when you're in the lesson, if you get a problem wrong, it actually gives you it'll help you solve the problem. Okay. Now understand the way the program may solve it may be exactly the same way I would solve it, or it may be different, because obviously some of these problems I try to explain it to you guys the easiest way possible. And so you may want to see the way they teach you, because I even like simplifying fractions. They want you to break everything down with the prime factorization. That's not kind of how I do it. So again, there's so many different ways you can solve a lot of these problems, but you don't necessarily have to do it their way. And again, I try to teach it the easiest way possible. So you may, again, like, I think the video for 1.3 that I posted is like 30 minutes long. So if you need to fast forward, if you get some of the stuff and you need to just skip into other one, but again, basically what I'm doing is an example problem of everything you'll see once you get, so it's not every problem, but it's one example of each type of problem that you're gonna see on that lesson. Did you guys get that email? I waited to send it to later tonight with the link to the YouTube videos. No? I sent it to your Patriots email. But once we're done tonight, I'll send you the link. And what you can do is if you just sign up to the YouTube page, I think it just gives you notifications whenever I post a video. Because I actually had somebody in my spring class that just concluded asking me why I was asking them to do the 1.3 page. So I told them they probably need to unfollow my page. I'll send the link out, but I believe it's my name. But I'll send that link out once we finish this meeting. And like I said, I'm going to use your address from the MyMathLab. Let's see. I have another question. Oh, you're welcome. I muted everybody. See how much water it gets? Does anybody have any other questions?
No.
All right. I'll meet you guys again. Again, I just want you guys to understand that the main thing with this course is I want you to learn the material. Some of you might have been really close to hitting that PERT score to just start, to not have to do that class. So you're probably, you're all at different levels, but understand this is kind of that first step into your college math world. So I understand, it's unfortunate, kind of the situation we're in, that it's kind of like an online course. And I would hope, though, that you would use this course to maybe improve your math skills, and not just to try to get through it as quickly as possible and get a good grade. Because like I said, going forward, it's going to obviously get a little bit harder. So you want to kind of make sure you're okay with this material. And I'm here to help you guys. I don't want anybody, sometimes people are stressing out over the math. Please don't stress out. If you're willing to put forth effort, I guarantee you'll make it through this class with no problems. Because like I said, a little bit of effort, you'll get 100% on the classwork, which would be 40% of your grade. So I've had people that really bomb their test, but they really got, they got that 100% on their classwork. And I think the lowest grade you'll get will be like a high C, even in that case. But again, so Mondays and Wednesdays, I'll usually before I'll send this link out again, and I'll just basically say anybody who needs help, join the Zoom meeting, and you guys will tell me, here I'm stuck on whatever it is, and then we can maybe do some examples together and get through it. Let's see. Any other questions, guys? All right, thank you guys so much. Nice meeting you kind of in the Zoom setting. And again, check the email, whatever email you have on My Math Lab. No longer am I going to send anything through your Patriot email account, unless that's the email you have linked to your My Math Lab. Okay? All right, you guys have a good evening. Stay safe. And I will send the information out, any new information out to you guys.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good night.